Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about how to immigrate to Croatia. Before we start with the actual content, if you want to travel, move, invest abroad or retire abroad, please hit the like button and subscribe. Let's start. The first thing you have to consider if you want to move to Croatia is your citizenship. And in this case, there are three classes of citizens in terms of immigration law in Croatia. European Union citizens and also citizens of the European Economic Area, which includes Switzerland, Andorra, Liechtenstein and some other countries. And then non-EU citizens. But there's a difference between two classes of non-EU citizens. Those which are visa exempt to come to Croatia, which includes US citizens, Canadians, Australians, Argentinians and some other countries. And those which require a visa to come to Croatia even as a tourist. So first of all, let's talk about EU citizens. If you are an EU citizen or from Switzerland and those other countries, you can check the countries which are part of the EEA. You can come to Croatia, you don't have to do anything beforehand, just arrive in Croatia and then you can start your process to get a residence permit. This process involves getting your OIB, which is a tax number in Croatia, equivalent to the SSN in the United States. Then you will also need some other documents, which will depend based on the grounds in which you apply for your residence permit. But they usually include some document proving you have a place to stay. That can be a rental contract, or if you're the owner of your apartment or house, that would be a certificate of ownership. Your EU insurance card, or if you don't have this, you have to present some form of health insurance, and then documents related to the reason in which you are applying to the residence permit. If you are a university student, you have to provide documents from the university. If you're going to work, you have to show a contract. If you're going to open a company, you have to present documents that you have a business plan or the intent of opening a company, or if you already have opened a company, then you have to bring the Incorporation Act. Or if you are a retiree, or if you're not going to perform any economic activity, then you can just say that you're just coming to Croatia to basically do nothing. And then you will probably have to show you have funds in a bank account. It doesn't have to be a Croatian bank account, but you have to prove you can support your stay in Croatia. For EU citizens, that's basically this. You usually do not have to prove anything else. Then you go to the police station with all these documents, you will apply and then you wait. Usually it takes a month. That's not very speedy process in Croatia. And then after you get your residence permit, and then if you want, you can also get a residence card once your residence permit is approved. That's it for EU citizens. It's very easy to come to Croatia, register your stay and just live happily. Now we're going to talk about non-EU citizens, in which the process is fairly more complicated to get a residence permit in Croatia. As we said before, there are two types of citizens, those which do not require a visa to come to Croatia and those which require a visa. If you are a citizen of a country which does not require a visa to come to Croatia, you can apply for a residence permit in Croatia. That means, for example, you come from the US to Croatia as a tourist and then you get a job offer while you are in Croatia. You can apply for a residence permit without having to go back to the United States and apply through the embassy. The same goes for all types of residence permits. If you want to acquire real estate in Croatia and stay, if you want to open a company, if you find a partner, if you get married, if you want to become a student, you can do all the process while you're in Croatia. If your passport requires you to apply for a visa beforehand, before coming to Croatia, then the situation is quite different. For example, if you're a citizen of Turkey or India or China, you have to apply through the embassy. This is a fairly more complicated process, as you have to get a number of documents from Croatia sent to your country of origin and be there physically in order to apply for a visa and then get this visa, come to Croatia and then apply for a residence permit. Now we're going to talk about the documents you will need to apply as a non-EU citizen, both for those which do not require a visa and also for those which require a visa to come to Croatia. There are a number of documents which you will be required to present regardless of the purpose of your stay in Croatia. These documents include a proof of a place to stay, proof of funds to support your stay in Croatia, which can be a job contract, or a bank account statement. Then in many cases you also have to show a clean criminal record certificate. And then finally the documents supporting your specific purpose to stay in Croatia. If you're coming to Croatia to work, you have to bring all these previously mentioned documents plus your job contract. If you're coming to study, you have to bring a document showing you are enrolled in a higher education institution in Croatia. If you're married to a Croatian citizen, your marriage certificate, and also depending on the country in which it has been issued, you may require a translation to Croatian and an apostille. The next one is the new digital nomad visa. For this one you have to show your income and your ties to some company outside of Croatia which will provide you funds with. If you work for your own company, then you have to show that the company is profitable and that your income is above the threshold determined by the Croatian government to apply for this kind of visa. If you want to apply for a residence permit based on the ownership of a real estate, you have to just show the certificate of ownership. But if you apply on the grounds of owning real estate, you can stay up to 9 months per year in Croatia, and this type of residence permit does not lead to permanent residence and citizenship. If you are considering this, I would highly recommend to consider Bosnia, Montenegro and Serbia instead. In these countries you can apply for a full year residence permit if you own real estate, and then eventually you can apply for a permanent residence permit or citizenship. If you are a retiree and you want to live in Croatia, it is pretty difficult because there's no specific retirement visa in Croatia. So you will be limited by this real estate option, or there's another type of visa which you can apply for other purposes. But the limitation with this type of visa is that you can only apply for 1 or in some cases up to 2 years, and then you cannot renew it. The last option is acquiring a residence permit in Croatia as a non-EU citizen through a company formation. But there are also pretty difficult limitations to this type of residence permit, which are: in your company, if you're a non-EU citizen, you'll have to hire 3 Croatian or EU citizens full-time. And you will also have to hire yourself to this company, adding up to a payroll of 4 full-time employees, which makes it quite difficult for most type of companies to become successful. That's it. Those are most of the options if you want to move to Croatia as both an EU citizen or a non-EU citizen. If you want to move to Croatia, you can leave a comment below. And if you want to travel, move or invest abroad, hit a like button and subscribe. See you next time.